Hello everyone. It is I. Um, so this stream, hopefully I'm going to be streaming for a while. Not just today, but I might stream tomorrow, might stream the next day, just depends on my schedule, but um my plans are to stream the entire process of me making these maps. I have three maps I want to make, three multiplayer maps that is. In this, what I'm calling Famine Map Pack, kind of like Mythic Map Pack, but with new maps. I want to do a remake of Death Island from Halo Combat Evolved. Um, I'm going to be doing, I want to do a remake of Relic from Halo 2. So we already got two big team battle maps there. Um, but the third map, I have not decided what I want the third map to be yet. I've thought about maybe with every um thought about with every map pack I do, I might have like a Forge canvas map, kind of like Forge World from Halo Reach, but with different themes. It just depends on kind of what I want to do, especially with the third map, not 100% sure, but yeah, Death Island from Halo Combat Evolved and Halo 2 Relic. Definitely those are the two that I want to do. We're going to start with Death Island. I think Death Island is going to be the easiest one to remake. Um, I want to do like new areas and stuff, and another reason I want to do this map is because I think it would be a really good map also to forge on, but um mainly for elephants, like elephants from Sandtrap, like because Death Island is a huge circular map. Having like a map variant where there's elephants for the bases instead of like the bases that are embedded in the cliff. Um I just think that would be a really cool map. So let's get into it. The first thing I want to do, and let me change here uh, to my desktop. First thing I want to do is um, I have the Covenant, the campaign mission here opened up, and I kind of want to use these cliffs as a reference guide for Death Island because this is about the same like biome, the same environment that Death Island will be on. So I'm just gonna take a look at like these two shaders here. I started working on them a little bit before I started streaming. I didn't get too far into it though, so I'm just gonna quickly try to put these together. In fact, let me open up Sapien. Let me minimize Gorilla here and open Sapien, and we'll open up the Covenant just to make sure I have the bitmaps in the right color channels. Let's see here. Citadel. Let's open that up. Probably take a little bit to load since this is a really big campaign mission. But I will just go into material preview, bring up a new window here and shader editor, use nodes. So I'm going to be doing the cliff first. That's what I have kind of loaded. Or I extracted the bitmaps for that one. And it is a terrain shader or shader terrain tag, so kind of have the whole uh kind of bit of stuff to do here. I don't know if I'm going to do the normal maps. I might just do the diffuse maps just to make things a bit faster. Let's see. Like I said in my tutorial, I'm not sure if material 0, 1, 2, and 3 correspond with red, green, blue, alpha. Not 100% sure. It might be alpha, red, green, blue, or some other combination. Really don't know. It would be really nice if instead of material 0, like these useless names, if it was just like red channel, blue channel, green channel, alpha channel, that kind of stuff. Because really, I don't, I really don't know if these are in the right order, and the only way I really know how to figure that out is by going into Sapien, unfortunately. I did figure out, though, that detail maps are just multiplied on top of the diffuse map. So detail maps are just really easy to set up. If you have it, you just go to mix color, set this to multiply, set factor to like 1, and then put your diffuse map in A and then your detail map in B. And that's basically how detail maps work. But detail maps, we really don't need to figure that out, to be honest. Like, at least for now. Maybe when we start making our own geometry and our textures or our materials, we may want to preview how the detail maps are going to look, but I'm not really worried about it right now, especially when we're just looking at this for reference. But let me just go ahead and put these in here as well. I think Rock Basic is the first one. I don't think I saved Snowy. I need Snowy here. Yeah. So we got quite a bit of bitmaps to figure out here. And I'll just, let's see, so these are scaled. The blend map is never scaled, because that just wouldn't make sense for a blend map, but the base maps look like they are scaled, so Rock Basic is scaled 50 on both axes. Let's bring in a separate color. And Sapien done yet? Not even close, probably. Let's just kind of mess around with this. So there's red channel, green channel. Green channel is going to have the kind of the moss or the grass growing over. And I think blue as well. Blue's going to have that as well. Very faint. You can see it. It's very faint, though. And alpha. Let's look at alpha. Ooh, alpha is definitely has the moss overlaid. So that's good to know. Sapien done? No. Sapien is not done. While we wait for Sapien, though, let's... If you don't know what Death Island is, it's probably the biggest Halo Combat Evolved map. In fact, I think it is. Not probably, I think it is the biggest one. I'm not going to open up another instance of Sapien, though. So I don't want to potentially slow things down. So what I'm going to do is I am going to import Death Island into Blender. And if you're doing Halo Combat Evolved maps, it is significantly easier than Halo 3 maps. There's really only one step to it. Let's make sure global settings is Halo CE. And for Halo Combat Evolved, all you gotta do is you just import the Halo tag directly. You don't have to extract the tags like JMS or ASS files. You can actually just import the Halo tag itself, which is awesome. So, let's see. I would have Steam library would be where you get these common, and then yeah, tags. Now it's going to be scenarios, I think, like Halo 2 is. Maybe not scenarios, levels. And I think the multiplayer maps are under test, which is a weird name, but whatever. And here's Death Island. And I'll just import the scenario structure BSP. Let it import. Now, it looked like it gave us a default cube, but that's actually just the root, the root node, which is required for Halo maps. Let's just hide all of these except render. Let's bump up our view range. So here's Death Island. It's actually a multiplayer map inspired by Silent Cartographer. In fact, these bases are lifted basically from the campaign mission, as well as some of the other geometry. But this map is huge. You will have like these door frames are about 3 to 4 Spartans wide. 3 to 4 players wide. So you can kind of see exactly how big this map is. This is definitely a vehicle, big team battle, Banshee kind of map. So with Halo 3, we'll have Halo 3's like entire vehicle and weapon roster, including elephants. Like I said, I think elephants will be an excellent addition to this map. Although we may need to increase the shoreline maybe if we really want to add elephants. I think an elephant would definitely be able to fit through like this route. Maybe elephants won't work the way I thought they would, but whatever. I think it would still be a really cool map to remake. Let's see if Sapien's done. Looks like Sapien's about done. Usually when that window pops up, that means it's about done loading. And in fact, it is. And we are right in the zone set that I wanted to be in, which is perfect. So there's our island, our little island in Blender. Let's go to Structure Painter. And it's going to be Clip 020 Blend. Okay, so blue channel is snowy. Red channel is rock basic, it looks like. Alpha channel is the vegetation. So let's see if that... Wow, I don't know if you've noticed how laggy my computer has gotten now. So red... I guess these do correspond with red, green, blue, alpha. Okay. I'm just going to exit out of Sapien so my computer isn't choking. If we need it, we can always just open it back up Um, Let me just check something here. I'll be right back. Okay. Just had to switch something on my other computer there. Unfortunately, I think my cable for my capture card burned out or something, because I actually use my capture card a lot for converting VHS tapes. So I think I actually burnt my cord out. So unfortunately, I cannot use my capture card for this stream. So that's why you see OBS here on the bottom, because I'm actually streaming from this computer, which might also make Sapien slower. So I'll have to get a new cable. Hopefully my capture card itself isn't dead. But let's go ahead, let's just fix this shader here. So Rock Basic is going to be red channel. It looked like. So, um, what am I had a brain fart there. What am I doing? Color, mix color. Okay. That's going to be red. I think Rock Basic is going to go into B. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on. Things will be a bit better, more clear though, when we get these other channels going. So the next one's going to be Cliff High Diff. Um, so there's Cliff High Diff. It's going to go into A. And we do need to fix the transforms on this though, so this Rock Basic's going to be 50. This one's going to be 15. I just hate how messy these node trees get. Okay, next one's going to be Snowy, which will be the green channel, and it's scaled to 6. I wonder why Cliff High and Cliff High Snowy are different, because they kind of look the same, other than one's obviously has snowy details on it. I've hardly done anything with this node tree, and it's already bothering the crap out of me. Um, yeah, this gets so confusing so fast. It would be nice if there was an add-on. Maybe that's something I can do, I don't know. I've never written a Blender add-on before, but to basically just recreate the tag structure with shaders in Blender. Literally just have like this graph here or this spreadsheet and just being able to have that in Blender and being able to set things there. That would be so cool. Um okay. So Snowy is going to be 6. And that's going to go into B. That's going to be blue. This doesn't look right to me, though. It's because no mix is right. Just gonna plug this into UV just in case. Maybe we need to swap these. Yeah, needed to swap them. That was the issue. But now I don't see the other ones. Oh, that's why. Or is it? I mean, it is, but I don't see a difference. Okay, well, um, last one's gonna be the vegetation, which I already have plugged in here. What if I switch them again? Vegetation's gonna be 30. Hmm. Um, I'm also not going to worry about specular. I'm just going to worry about diffuse. I don't really know why this isn't working. Let's just look here. Well, okay, so it looks like there shouldn't be a whole lot of change except right here. So actually, yeah, that is working. I just don't really understand why vegetation isn't working. I know I don't have it the alpha set, but that really shouldn't matter because alpha is going to be the last one anyway. So let's just try it. I'm going to turn the roughness like all the way up. The snow appears to be working as well. Well, I'm not... I don't really want to waste any more time on this, so what I'm gonna do, I'm going to see if... Let's see, what is this shader's ground high 020? I'm gonna see if this is also a shader terrain, which I'm pretty sure it is. Ground high, okay. I keep forgetting what it's called. Ground high 20. It is also a shader terrain, so I just wanted to see really um I'm just gonna close out a Sapien. I mean Gorilla. I am gonna save this though. Um let's see. Gonna save Death Island here. And I'm gonna keep this open because I kind of want to see what the topology looks like. I am gonna save it though. One thing I want to do, so the way trees and rocks and stuff are that are handled in CE, they're actually not included in the um, BSP. They're actually separate objects, so we'll have to import those separately. So I'm gonna call this collection BSP, and I'll put in another one and just call it objects. So we're gonna want to see, gonna close out of that. Let's go to Halo Combat Evolved Editing Kit. And let's open up Sapien. Okay. And of course, we're going to open up Death Island. And it's already gonna crash. Maybe we just need to give it a second. There we go. It's working. Okay. This is super small. So you can see we have trees and stuff, but they're not included in the BSP. As well as, are these rocks in it? Yeah, I guess they are. Let's see, what side? We're on the red. Let's look at, okay, there's the arch. It looks like those rocks should be right here, but they're missing. Yeah. So those look like they are objects. This is what Death Island looks like, by the way. You can see that that's how big scorpions are, like, in relation to the map, just to show you how big this map is. So let's look here at our objects. Let's see, they're gonna be under scenery. Let's see where this one is. Okay, so that's that boulder. I should really do a tutorial on how to import Halo Combat Evolved maps, because you do have to put in this little bit of work here. Boulder Granite Gigantic, so let's import that tag. That should be scenery. Let's see, what is it? Boulder Granite Gigantic. Oh man. Okay, here we go. Maybe it's under rocks. Boulder Granite Gigantic. And it's going to be the GBX model that we want to import. It's got a lot of... Huh. Well. It imported with multiple meshes. Oh, that's because it's... That's right. It's because their level of detail, I think. Even though they don't share the same kind of model, but what I might do, let's get this in the right place first. So basically we want to copy this position and rotation. Now it's not going to be 6.9, it's going to be like 6,965.83, but let's just test it out. 96583. Eighteen nine five four four 95. And you can see that it looks like it barely moved it, and that's because it did barely move it. So let's actually go 2 decimal places over. That still looks like that's not going to be enough, so it's going to be probably 4. Actually, wait. uh, I forget that I wasn't doing up, so 3 decimal places or 2 decimal places over looks to be about correct. And let's see if we move away in Sapien, if we move away from it, if it begins to show us the level of detail models. Just see that pop in there, and it doesn't look like it is. That's so weird. So which model is it? I bet it's gonna be it looks like it's this one, so I'm just gonna hide these. And that looks correct, so it's gonna be that model. And I'm gonna save. And I'm gonna rename this armature to what it's named in. So it's Boulder Granite Gigantic, I think. Let's see if it's, yeah. And yeah, basically we would do that for uh every single object, every single tree, every single boulder that's not in the BSP. For the sake of the stream, I don't think I'm gonna worry about that. I might do that off stream, because we really want to do the more interesting stuff, like make the actual level geometry. These bases I do kind of want to rework into Halo 3 style Forerunner architecture. So that's something we might do. I might change these ladders into grab lifts as well. Halo 3, it does have the ladder support, but ladders are really only used in Crow's Nest and maybe Sierra 117, the campaign missions, whereas you really see grab lifts used everywhere else. So I may just change these ladders to grab lifts. So I'm thinking I may put like a larger Forerunner structure right here and have that conjoined to like this structure. Yeah. This interior is actually going to be really easy to remake. because we already kind of have an interior that looks like this in Halo 3, and it's going to be on the Ark. So I think the first thing I'm going to model is probably going to be the bases. So, um, uh, although you know what though, I'm not, maybe I can append the objects later to this blend file, so I might do that. I'm going to create a new collection, call this Halo CE, and we're going to put these collections into there, and then I'm going to do Halo 3. So we could start modeling the bases here. We're gonna do the interiors first. So I'm gonna close out. I'm actually going to open up the Ark. So the Ark has a room just like the interiors of the bases. And I need to find what room that is. It's going to be this room. It's the room where the brute pees in the corner. Not quite the same, but honestly pretty close. We have these barriers right here. Just like, let me show you in Blender. If I can... This is the issue with Halo 3, or Halo Combat Evolved. BSPs, is that they're not really separated by objects, but you can see we have these barriers here. And it's missing the middle kind of area. This middle thing. It's missing that. The room is wider, but it has these same barriers and the same, like, wall insets. So, we should be able to kind of reuse these. We are going to redesign it just a little bit, though. Just to kind of better fit the Halo Combat Evolved look or structure a little bit more. I do want to redesign this outside, though. Because this outside, to me, does not look Halo 3 to me. So I do kind of want to redo this outside part. But I want to keep this geometry basically intact. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start with this area leading to the outside. Do want to see what this is. So that's just a wall. In the campaign, that's also a separate doorway you can go into. But right there, it's just blocked by a wall. It's rather dark in here. So, my other thoughts on this map is that what I might do is have a doorway somewhere in the back here, maybe like right here, have a doorway that leads to an interior Forerunner section of the map. And so both of these bases could be kind of joined together by that. And then you can just put a wall there for with Forge or whatever if you don't want that area opened up, maybe. We'll see. Really just gotta see how this map evolves over time. So, I guess we should get started. Don't know if there's really anything in here that I don't know if I want to recreate this area. Maybe just this. And these are separate objects, which is really nice. This is actually instance geometry. Yeah. Let's see how long this edge is. It's 170 meters. Let's take a look at, let's take a look at this. So 130, so this hallway is significantly larger, so I don't really want to use this area. Let's see. Let's look into some other sections of this map. The arc is kind of a big throwback to Halo 1 architecture. So we might want to use like this column. Maybe kind of get rid of that, or we might use that as part of the well, can only do this in object mode. Might do something with this, like this high ceiling, this kind of where this column kind of extends up. We might do something like this. I'm pretty sure this is the door you go into. Let's look down here. So this column is what I was thinking of. This one right here. We may use this for for these parts. Let's just get started. I'm going to rename this BSP. And one thing you'll notice when you kind of analyze these files, these ASS BSP files for yourself, is that things are kind of wonky. They're not like perfectly squared or anything. So instead of appending this, I may just like remake it, and that might actually work better for our plan. I'm really at this point just procrastinating, aren't I? Let's do it. Sorry, I'm taking a drink. So this is 68 meters. Let's see what these measure. 90. Okay, so we're gonna want to kind of shrink them down a little bit. Let me finish getting these materials though, because I do want to see what these are supposed to look like. I'll just close out a Sapien, Halo 1 Sapien. I'll work on that off stream. So let's go Gorilla again. And waste. Um, you know what? I'm just gonna close out of this for now. Not even save it. Um, 'Cause I don't want to keep two Blender things open and just get confused all the time which one I'm trying to open. Waste panel column. Here it is. Waste panel column. I probably already have that bitmap saved. Do I? I don't think I do. I have waste panel floor and waste panel catwalk, so we will need to open up Reclaimer. Aaron Smithy, I'm reading your chat message. Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that, doing something like that. I don't know, that would probably be the last thing I would add in, just to make sure we don't like go overboard on um our what we can and can't do, you know what I mean? Like just make sure we don't hit like limits. Um Waste panel column. And there it is. Let's save these. We need the albedo. Uh, okay, I always think it's under color. It's under converter. Um, and let's get these colors, albedo colors. I think I did that the wrong way. Yep, I think. No, I did that. I did that right the first time. And wow. Um, it doesn't look quite right. So I'll just not worry about roughness. Specular is what we need. Um, yeah, actually looking at this, it doesn't look like there's any alpha at all. Specular mask from diffuse. Weird. Okay. Well, it'll look better when we add in the bump map. And it's kind of inverted, but I'm not going to worry about it. And finally, let's just get this pink material here. I do want to look at that one. It's going to be waste metal pipe. Waste metal pipe, where are you? Waste panel pipe, not metal pipe. Here it is. Pretty sure I have the bitmaps for this. And that looks... I think there's an self-illumination, yeah. I'm pretty sure I have waste panel pipe. I guess I don't have that either. Save these real quick. There we go. Waste panel pipe, I need you. And I do want to do this. It just makes it look nicer in Blender when you plug the alpha into roughness and invert it as well. Not necessary though. It's really specular that you want to do. Wait a minute. That doesn't have albedo, so we don't need to worry about that. It only has, only has this one color. And I think I already got the hex for that. Let me make sure. Yeah, I set that to multiply as well, so... I'll do Illum next, short for illumination. And it doesn't look like it does, it changes it to any color, so we can just put that into emission. And then, finally, let's do the bump map. Okay, so we have our thing here, which is good. All right. I'm gonna save this. Sorry, was just drinking. Now, what is this? I wonder if that's, render only? I guess that's not render only. I mean, collision only. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. I just like looking at this. It's just nice modeling and texturing work. Okay. Let's actually get some work done. Um... Did I not save Death? I thought I saved Death Island. Why is it not in my recent documents? That is so weird that it was not in my recent. That's weird. Maybe it's because I didn't open it, I just saved it. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's get started on this. I'll do what I did earlier. Just do Halo CE. Put these two collections in. And do Halo 3. I gotta do something really quick, though. Just a second. Okay, I'm back. So, I want to focus in. We'll probably start here. I want to focus in on this edge. Because this is where we're going to start. I'll add in a BSP collection here under Halo 3. Since that renamed, let's do CE BSP. Let's rename this to CE Objects. Okay. I'm going to add a design collection and then also a sky collection as well. But BSP is really the only one we're going to be worrying about for a while. So that's 68. Now, one thing you'll see me do a lot here is what I like to call modeling gymnastics, where I just create a bunch of like, what's the term? Temporary geometry. Let's see if these are the same. This is not going to be like a one-to-one remake at all. I'm going to do things that will just make things like make topology and make edge lengths and all that kind of stuff quite a bit more consistent. So, like, I am not going to make our final geometry like perfectly lined up with this, because if you didn't know, what's the map? Avalanche from Halo 3 is a remake of Sidewinder from Halo CE, but it's a remake. And those two maps are very different from each other. The base layouts are totally different. So I'm approaching this in a remake sort of mindset, if you will. This is not going to be a remaster, it's going to be a remake. I do want to keep things generally similar, though, but not perfectly lined up. I'm not worrying about that. Let me bring my calculator out here. I do want to get, like, the general length of this, though. I think that's 8.49, 8.67. That's going to be 85, but 85.16, but if we just round these to the nearest half, we get 85. So, so let's add in a single vertex. And I am going to just put it right there so we can easily access it. What I am going to do, though, is actually snap it to that one, and then do 85, negative 85. That'll give us generally the shape we want. If I really wanted to be absolutely correct on this, and I might do this, is that I might snap it to the grid. So, selection to grid. Let's turn off X-ray mode. And I do have this still opened. That's going to be 20. Let's see. This is 90. And on Halo Combat Evolved it was 68. This is 20. Question is, how tall is this? 17, so pretty close. Might need to turn X-ray mode for this on. This is going to be an instanced object here. And so that's 20. Let's see how deep. I need to turn vertex mode on. 3 meters deep. This is so confusing to look at. Okay. So what I want to see is this. That looks close enough to be a 45-degree angle. I think we can actually except these vertices are not connected. What I want to see is the angle. Well, that doesn't help. Is it face angle we need to look at? It's actually 69. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna look at the angle of this. Not area. 120. Interesting. If we need to kind of remake bitmaps, I guess we can. That's just gonna add kind of a bit more work. Hmm. Let's just go off of this. Let's see how long. Actually, we don't need to worry about that right now. Sorry, I'm just trying to think about how to do this. Hmm. Okay. I think I know what I want to do here. Five and five, which is going to be 10. Twenty and 20. So we can just go um 20 up and then 20 back. This is going to go up 20. However, let's look at this. That's going to be back 5 and 5. That'll go back 10 and 10. Let's see, that was 20, wasn't it? And we'll go down 30. That just about gives us, it barely gives us kind of this right here, so what I may do is, is that a 45-degree angle? Let's look. No, it's hard to tell. Let's do this. Yeah, it is a 45-degree angle. So, what I will do is I will do this. More gymnastics. And that's how it goes in the city of Compton. That's how you do these kind of vertice 3D modeling gymnastics. You utilize your pivot point, your 3D cursor, and your snapping tools here. The 3D cursor is arguably the most powerful tool in Blender. At least I would say so. Alongside of being able to change from global to local to normal. It's also very helpful. Alright, so we're basically going to extrude all of this out by 8. Let's get rid of this. I kind of don't want that right now. And I realize that I didn't do all that work on this side, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna delete. I'm just gonna select all that and just delete it, and then when I'm done on one side, I'll just flip it on the other side. And I'm not going to be using a mirror modifier for that. I'm actually just going to use the 3D cursor for that. That's going to be a lot easier, I think. So let's see. Let's see if this is a 45. It is a 45. So I'm going to take these two edges here. I'm going to extrude them out by 3 again, and then what I'm going to do then is, let's see. That goes out to about 2, so and then we can use, you guessed it, 3D modeling gymnastics. 45. And then what we can do is we can take these two vertices and we can snap to edge. We can delete these vertices now since we're done with them. And now we have that bevel. But we also have a bevel right here. And I think that's going to be a 45, and it is. So, I'm going to create a loop cut here. I'll divide it into the 5 meter and 5 meter. And then I will extrude it out. 45. And then we can just take our... Oh, we need to do it on here too. Yeah, that looks good. We need to snap to edge though. And that'll create our nice bevel. I do, let's look here. That goes down to about 10. We do need to extrude. We do need to extrude these down. Because if we don't, I want to dissolve these edges. And if we don't extrude that down, then it'll kind of get rid of our geometry we just made there. And let's do the same thing here. I'll show you what I mean. If I dissolve that, it'll kind of get rid of that detail. So we need to extrude these to conserve that. That's going to go up 10 as well. And I think we'll do this kind of stuff here. I think that looks cool, so I think we'll do that in our level. I want to get rid of as many edges as possible, just to make the UV editing look a bit cleaner. Basically getting rid of any edges that are not contributing to the topology itself. I think what I want to do is... I'm thinking here. The gears are grinding. I think what I might do is... This is pretty mundane work. I think what I might do is save this for off-screen as well, off-stream editing. Unless you guys really want to watch it, which you may not want to. I don't think I would want to watch this. I may work on the terrain here. Because there's a lot of kind of redoing stuff that I would like to do here. You can see there's the ladder. What I might do is I might add like a structure here to support a grav lift up. Not sure what I want to do with this. With these stationary gun kind of places right here. Um, Actually, you know what? What I might do is kind of get an in-between place here. Um, let's see. Let's go out negative 68 times 2. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Way mint. 153. So, negative 153. We're going to mirror what we're doing. Because I'm kind of thinking about what I want to do with the ceiling here. I don't know if we're going to have enough space to add this detail in where it kind of slants. Not sure if we're going to have the room for that. So, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to mirror all this stuff. And just to make sure everything is lining up, okay, so this is roughly what our geometry is. Oh, didn't copy that over. Okay. I want this light up here. This is actually a light. I'm pretty sure it is. Let's look. Yep, it's a light. I want this to be in the center of our hallway. So that light should line up with our 3D cursor here. It should line up like right here. What we could do, I was thinking of having the slants on both sides here, but that might, I don't know. I might just have slants on one side, or no slants at all. Hmm. I'm sure that's going up at a 45 degree angle. Let's look. It is going up at a 45. Um, let's copy our geometry over on this side. So actually we need a cursor right about there. Hmm. Yeah, see, it's not lining up. Um, oh, wait a minute. You know what, though? The reason it's not is because it's not actually centered. I'm gonna delete that. Don't need it right now. $72. Or wait a minute. Let's do this instead. I think this will make a lot more sense if we do it like this. Now, we want to copy vertices over, actually. Because we don't want to copy some of these full faces over. So now we should have a full face like this. Why did I switch over to here? I was looking for something, but can't remember. And look at that. Look at it. Oh, I remember why I switched over. It's because I wanted to see if this geometry was split down the middle for UV reasons. So the thing could be mirrored, like the bitmap could be mirrored, but nope, there's no edge there. So don't need to worry about that. But again, like I said earlier, we may need to actually recreate these bitmaps. Hmm. That goes back 39, so we'll just go ahead and do that. So we're actually going to take it back 37 since this is 2. $117. Doesn't that sound familiar? Okay, so this actually goes up where it starts slanting, so um let's not worry about that. I am gonna copy that over though on the other side. I think it's time for us to actually just really figure out here if we want to do the slant up. I'm going to look at how this room is structured here. Let's say I want... Huh. Let's look at the other area. I don't know if we're going to have enough room for that slant. It would be a nice detail to have, but I just don't think we're going to have the room for it. So, we might just do something like this. where it just kind of do something like what the original map does. Details that aren't too crazy. Doing something like this might be cool for the hallway and like the base inside. And like this shape right here, I might do for this ceiling. I think I might do that. So let's actually, I'm gonna get this shader so we can kind of see what it looks like. That's gonna be under Citadel panel light ceiling. However, I want to revert because I don't want to save any of the gymnastics I did. um all right. Panel light ceiling. Or is it sit panel light ceiling? I am gonna be right back. Okay, here it is. Panel light ceiling. Looks pretty simple. Can just actually open. And that doesn't look like it has any specular either, which is very weird. Um, Specular map from diffuse. What I'm wondering is if it gets it from the grayscale like channel, if that makes sense. Like instead of alpha, it's from, I don't know how that would be. I don't know how that would be specified here in the tag. And I'll get the albedo. The albedo color. Yeah, we'll definitely do this for the ceiling, I think. I'm gonna save this. Oh my goodness, I have too many windows open. Close out of what we don't need. Okay. Let's see if it'll fit, or we may need to kind of adjust the model a little bit. Let's get back our kind of our center point. Okay. Let's add in another vert. Let's call this, we'll change these later. We'll need to change them later. But I'm going to give them simple names for now. You see how this is split down the middle? That's, I believe, is to mirror the UVs, so copy them from one side to the other, so that we'll need to keep that in mind. So this is going to be 21, so let's 21 by 15. No wonder. I was wondering why that Wasn't doing anything. Oh my goodness. Still in... Okay, so it's a little small. That might change, though, as we add kind of the rest of this onto it. So let's do that. Let's see if this is going to be... a 45. And it is. Let's see, though. Oops. (17 by 17). It's going to be really small. Two. And now that's 20... Wait, what is that? It's so hard to tell. 29.8. Two by two. And then one. Okay. Now... Yep, doesn't quite fit, so, it almost fits. So we're gonna change this up a little bit. Let's see. Let's look at the material. I think that, like I said kind of earlier, this is kind of mundane, so I might just work on the terrain for your viewing pleasure. Um, this stuff, a lot of this, like, detail stuff, I may need to just do off screen. So, I'm going to open up Citadel. Let's look at this. Look at this topology here. I think it's going to be fairly simple. Nothing too crazy. Here's an arch that we can kind of use as a reference for our arches, like this. Let's go ahead and let's just do some terrain work. Gonna add another vertex. The vert is my favorite thing to start out with. It's called this terrain. And why don't we just start with this area? And this terrain stuff does not need to be aligned with the grid at all. However, I would like for it to kind of match up with the terrain. The base terrain. So I'm going to kind of just extrude and just kind of randomize the rotations. So it's not, so it's more organic. And I'm also going to shade smooth, so we can really get to see what the topology looks like on this terrain. Let's take a look back here. Hello, GTR. What's happening? Admittedly, the first like 2 hours of this stream was kind of boring, but I'm working on the terrain. I decided the stuff I was kind of working on was kind of a little too much for the stream itself, so I'm gonna do that stuff off screen. Right now I'm just working on terrain, of course, as you can see. Kind of going off of the Covenant here as a reference. Um, I'm just gonna do this loop right here. Again, just kind of randomizing. I mean, keeping it like like it's flowing, but kind of randomizing the scales just a little bit so it's not as rigid. And I think what we're gonna do next Alright, good night. Or whatever you might be sleeping during the day. But yeah, hope you sleep well. Thanks for tuning in. I don't know who Magbisivar is, though. And I'm going to bring this down a little bit because I kind of want to make, well, I'll take it up a little bit. I want to do, actually, let's bring in a scale model helper. And let's do Master Chief. Let's see how big this is exactly. Alright, this is ginormous. This map is huge. Holy crap. I did not actually realize how big this map was. Let's go to the base. Let's see how big the bases are. Yeah, the bases are what I would expect. I was just not expecting the map to be this big. This is huge. So, let's just keep on going. I'm going to make like a soft bevel edge here. If you look at the if you kind of, it's not always the case, but like right here there's kind of a nice bevel here along this line. If we go into edit mode, you can really see it. You can kind of see there's just a, where it just kind of smoothens out that edge, and that's kind of what I'm wanting to do here. So let's actually bring these up. Let's see how that's looking. Yep. I mean, it's looking pretty good. Let's do this. Let's take this bevel and let's just go around. Let's just go around like this. I'm kind of questioning. Let's bring in a scale model helper into here as well. Um, yeah, I think we should probably make these bevels a little bit smaller. And we may want to add just an extra edge loop here. Because what I don't want to do is make this map look a little too low poly for Halo 3 standards, map standards. Let's randomize kind of the scale of these as well. Don't want things to look too perfect, too rigid, since this is terrain that we're making here. When, one thing I notice with a lot of pre-existing level tutorials is that they'll start you off by making a box for with the ground, with the bottom face as the ground, and then the other faces as the sky. And for beginner purposes, that is totally fine. But if you really want to make a detailed level, you're really best off to just leave the sky for as the last thing you do, and then kind of connect it all together after that. I think I'm gonna add detail here as well, because that was before I imported that scale model and was just shocked at how big this terrain is. Now I'll want to add more detail to this rock face than the Combat Evolved version, I think. Let's take a look at that. And we also don't have to worry about topologies too much as well. This is just terrain, so really not worried about topology too much, but I do want to add some details just to kind of break this up. Break up the shape. So I might add like a little lip here. If I can see what I'm doing. So I might do something like this. I think I'll kind of bring this out. To give this rock here, kind of where I have this lip, kind of have this sticking out, looking like it's more natural. And one other thing we'll probably want to do is add a bevel here to this bottom. Like that. Yeah. Want this kind of more inward, though. May need to fix that. Let's take a look at how Don't really notice much with that, this flip here, so we may want to add another loop cut here. It was okay before. May want to shrink it out some. Since this is kind of popping out a little bit, I might add a little bit of rock detail. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete all this. Well, that deleted more than I was thinking it was going to, but that's okay. I think I'm going to follow kind of the curvature of this bump here. Like this. I'll add three loop cuts should be fine. Let's add 3 here as well. Let's bring our Spartan down. Again, this map is gigantic. So Going to add some more loop cuts. Oops. I'm liking how this is turning out, so I'll just continue here. I'll extrude this down and then I'll, at center. So then I can do that. And I think I really want to make this far more pronounced. Just so we get kind of our full mileage out of this. Just to make it look sharper. And we'll probably want to rotate. But by rotating, I mean kind of grabbing. Like so. And I'll bring this into the corner there. Like that. But we won't really see the detail until we build up here, so I'm gonna do that next. So I think I'm gonna go down like that, make this a face. Add some loop cuts. 2 should be fine. Add some cuts here. And we'll finish off a quad there. Not really looking how I wanted it to, so I'll add in another loop cut there. Bring that in. We probably should finish up these quads here. Okay. That's looking alright. I think I am going to grab a little something to eat. I'll be right back. So, stay tuned. Okay, I'm back. I got a little something to eat. While I was eating, I kind of had an idea. Um, since this is not a remaster, but rather a remake, and I'm not too worried about making the geometry 100% correct, I was thinking of maybe making a lip here. Maybe a place where players could stand on, um, perhaps if they drop down here. Just give more variety for maybe forging stuff like that. I'm gonna be going for about another hour on this, but after that, I'm going to end the stream in about an hour. And I think another thing I need to do is make another loop here. So I know I just did all this, but I am going to I don't really like having these triangles. Um, I would much prefer them to just be quads. Oops. Um, I think what I probably should do, I'll keep those. Um, I need to make another loop here for sure. Maybe bring it in a little bit. Perhaps add another loop cut there. Really, this whole process is just kind of getting a feel for what looks right. And another thing I'm going to do is up here, I'm going to add that lip. That little bit of ground. Definitely make it smaller though. Somehow, had a triangle formed there. Okay, that might do well right there. Let's add a little bit of a bevel. Like that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and kind of connect. Well, actually, I'm going to make the loop the second loop for this cave entrance here. So just gonna go around like this. And it's gonna be kind of sort of locked on one axis, which is fine. It doesn't need to be perfect. Ooh, I just got a really good idea. Looking at kind of the way this is going, I'm thinking of doing something like this. Because this kind of juts out. And to kind of just break up the wall here, the geometry of the wall. We could make this as like a separate rock here. A separate kind of stone. I'll delete all that. Kinda do a little something like this. I reminded myself of OG Loke from San Andreas there. He goes, little something like this when he's rapping. Let's fix this. There. Now, what I'll do is connect these, but we'll need to fix the normals and there. So we'll basically have a second rock here, kind of being split between like this rock and this rock with this edge here. Just need to make it a little bit more pronounced. And I'll go ahead and kind of connect these bevels together. I know I just said earlier I didn't like triangles, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to negotiate not having the triangles here. I think the shading will be alright. Yeah. I'm gonna bring these down um all the way down. Wonder if this is gonna work after all. I think it'll be fine. Might make a second inside loop as well, but I'm gonna bring this down though. All right, we'll connect kind of like that. We're gonna have to deal with these triangles again. Kind of not what I wanted, but it'll be okay. And may need to have this go deeper. Gonna work on, uh, let's see, this is our outside loop, I think. So, let's connect these up. That's probably enough edge loops. And we'll do kind of the same over here. But I do want to add a crease, sort of. So I'll subdivide that. Um, wonder if we'll just have to connect this up to see how it looks. I think that's gonna look good. Oh, do need to correct some of the shading there. Like that. That looks decent. I think, at least. Um, let's make another kind of crease here as well. We'll extrude these vertices up and bring them out. We're gonna need to rotate these though, or else that crease isn't gonna show up. At least not very well. Yeah, this map's gonna be gigantic. I just wasn't prepared for how huge it was gonna be when I was planning this out. I need to set something on my other computer here. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I actually, on my other computer, I'm rendering a video out. And I might have screwed up the render, but I'm not sure. So, I thought it ended before it did. It did not actually end yet, so, or it didn't finish up rendering, but, yeah. Anyway, let's just get back into this. One thing I am definitely going to do is turn this into a quad. And then we'll make another loop around here. And this loop will connect to here. Oh, we're gonna have a triangle though, which is okay. Should not mess up the shading too much. One thing I do want to see though on the Covenant, I think is this area. Wow, the sky is just right in our way. See how they have a an archway here. Um, oops. Gonna connect that up right there. And I'm gonna subdivide that by 2. Bring that out. And then we can start filling in this area. I'll do this. Might need an extra vertice there. No. That did something really funny, though. So we'll have to just triangulate this. Now, of course, we definitely want to move these vertices into position, because that will help with the shading. Now, one thing I do want to do, I'm gonna go ahead and add, I guess I'm gonna just do an edge split here. And I'm gonna mark these edges as sharp. That'll help differentiate the wall from the ground there, but I want to go back here. I think that'll just be fine. Edge split is good for adding details, sharp edges to your mesh. Whether it's a map or a gun or whatever. Looking all right. I think I'm gonna close up the stream here in about 20 minutes, but I am going to just loop this around here. I'm going to work on this. So we'll do that. And of course, we'll move them into position. All right. Let's just keep doing that. I think I'll go to about here, and we'll might do another crease right there. Might do a crease right here. I'm gonna go up though, just so I have better control. Well, oops. Yeah, like that. Actually, might do a crease right here. I think right about there, and I'll actually add a crease. Maybe. I don't know if that's gonna work. Let's kind of do something here. Actually, before we... Ooh. Not a big deal. Just gotta rip the vertices. And I think I'll add like a nice kind of underbelly for this rock. Actually, let me just keep looping around here. And right about here is where I want to start adding that crease, I think. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start flattening it out like this. Kind of blending it into the rest of the rock. Hmm. No, maybe I'll kind of keep it going here. How did I have no idea how I even selected that vertex over there, but I did, somehow. I might just start rotating it down. And I think what this will do is it'll make a nice curvature, but I gotta rotate these. Um, I think I'm gonna have to end this stream here, because I just realized what time it is, but, um, thanks for watching, and just a second. Alright, I'll give a formal outro. I didn't realize what time it was, but I actually need to get going somewhere. But if you stuck around for this live stream, thanks for watching. Um, I'll probably do a bunch of work off screen, like getting the bases figured out and doing more of this terrain. I might do some blocking out, um, just to make things more different from the Halo CE version. I'll probably block out the bases, um, to some degree, and, uh, I don't know the next time I'll be streaming. It might be tomorrow, it might be the day after tomorrow. Just have to see how my schedule's going. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. If you're watching this later, thanks for watching. And I will see you either in the next video or in the next live stream. So take care. Bye.